Hello everyone and welcome back to Cozy Cabin Creations. I am Gina and I am the creator and owner of my small business, Cozy Cabin Creations. I know it's been a little while since I've been on here or posted a video, but I've been doing a lot of crocheting behind the scenes. I have a craft fair tomorrow and I'm definitely feeling the pressure today. So I wanted to get on here and I wanted to show you everything that I have made in the past, I guess it's been 2 weeks now, maybe a little longer since I have posted. I also would like to do some preparation to get ready for tomorrow. I have a lot on my list and hopefully I will be able to get it all done. I have to tag all of my inventory because I purchased new tags. Let me see. I purchased new tags from Vistaprint and I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. And I wanted to give everything a proper tag and just, you know, show off my brand a little bit more. And I think these are adorable. And on the back, there's that. And I believe I will link it below, but this was a template that I was able to follow, and I'm pretty sure it's from Cameron's Cute Creations. And I don't remember if it was a free template or if I had to purchase it on Etsy, but it just opens up in Canva and you can edit it to fit your own logo and your branding. And she even has a video on how to do that. So I will link who the creator is of this, but I believe it is Cameron's Cute Creations. So I did do my cards or my tags, and I need to properly tag all my inventory today with the pricing. I also have a couple things I need to finish up and some things that I wanted to make. Like I need to sew some buttons on what I'm going to show you, and there are a couple extra things that I wanted to get made. I don't know. I just always feel like I don't have enough inventory. I always feel like there's more I should have made. There's more I want to make. And I just run out of time. And there comes a point where I'm like, okay, what I have. And I have to stop stressing about it. I'm not at that point yet. I probably will be in a couple hours. But right now I'm still in like, I want to get everything done mode as much as I can. So I still have to go to my storage unit later and load up my car because I have to be there tomorrow morning. It's a half an hour away from me. It is called Cozy Fest. I will be tomorrow. That is everything that I wanted to talk about, and let's get into showing you what I have made. I have everything written down because I could not remember, you know, the names of them or the creators of them, and I think that's always important to tell you guys. So we can start with, I have Clyde and Clara Snowman, and this is also by Cameron's Cute Creations, and this is Clara, and look at how cute she is. I mean, who wouldn't want her? She's all smushy and cute, and she does sit pretty well. I still have to make Clyde. So Clyde has, I made everything except for these two pieces. So that should be pretty quick for me to whip up because he's got a top hat and I made that. His scarf, I made that, and his nose, I also made that already. So I have that already made. I just have to make the body, stuff it, and put it all together. So I will have Clyde and Clara finished for tomorrow. Definitely. But I just thought these were super cute little snowmen, and I had to make them for this Cozy Fest. I wanted to do, you know, follow the theme and make cozy things. So hopefully I did follow through with that. So we have that. And then I have, oh, these ones. These are a showstopper. These are the Fable collection, and it is the Brie Mouse, and it is her Christmas mod. I guess it's a Christmas mod. I mean, I don't know what kind of mod she calls it. I will link it below, but look at how cute. Look at these guys. Are they not precious? I know I always say precious, but they're little mice, and he's got a little overall. Oh, and I have a little candy cane that I'm going to stick in his pocket. I'll glue it in there, and I think that'll just look super cute. And look at her with her little fur. I love it. I hate working with fur. I hate it, but I mean, it adds just so much. So I had to do that. And these two, I definitely think will sell because, I mean, look at them. And these guys, they are not, I've raved about these patterns before because they do not take long to make, and they are so worth it because they always just turn out so adorable. I love them. I really love them. They're so cute with their little pink noses and the ears, and everything is just so perfect on them. So I'm very happy with my Fable collection, the Brie Mouse and their mods. Okay, so I also made, okay, I'll stick with my stuffies and stuff, and then I'll get into the other things that I made. So I did Darby the Buck by BK Crochet. And of course I had to make him into Rudolph because how cute is he? How could I not? He's so cute. I love him. He didn't take too long to make. And I really, really like the way he turned out. I used, I think it was baby sand for this. Yeah, he's made in baby sand. Because originally I wanted him to be a little bit darker or more brown, but I didn't have that color. And I did not want to buy more yarn because for some reason, I mean, you know, you never have the right color, and then you go out and buy more, and then before you know it, you have so much yarn. So I was like, no, I'm going to use what I have. And I did, and I still think he turned out adorable. So I'm happy that I used what I had. And so this is Darby the Buck by BK Crochet. And then I made, let's see, I don't think I showed you this yet. I hope I didn't. But I made Santa Baby. Look at him. He's a big pillow. He's bigger than my head. Santa Baby. And this is by Champagne and Waffles. And I love him. He is so perfect. A perfect little pillow to like put on your sofa. Use as home decoration. I just think he worked up wonderfully. I'm really happy with the outcome. I do want to make another one. I have another craft fair at the end of November, which is a holiday kickoff craft fair. So it's going to be more holiday inspired, and I definitely want to make another one of him with a red hat, like classic colors. So I will for sure be making another one of these Santa babies because, I mean, look at him. So I have him. I'm running out of space here. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So I also made Finley the Fox, and this is by Crochet by Leslie. Kelsey. Crochet by Kelsey. I'm sorry, I can't even read my own writing. Crochet by Kelsey. This is Finley the Fox. And I do need to make, he comes with a little bag that you strap over, like a little messenger bag. And I do want to make that because I feel like it's going to finish his look up completely. But he's so cute. I definitely think he'll find a home. I mean, adorable, right? And he stands. The tail is attached so that it helps him stand, and he does stand on his own, which I feel like that's always a good thing. But once his bag is on, it's like in a cream color. He's just going to be perfect. Chef's kiss. And this was not a hard make. It was an easy pattern to follow, and I will definitely be looking at more of her patterns because this is the first one that I ever made by her, and it's a good one. It's a very good one. So we have Finley the fox, and okay, so I have had this next pattern since well, not since I first started crocheting, but since I first got back into crocheting. And I sold it at a market probably about 5 years ago that I did. And they were the first items to sell. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to make them again because they are pretty cute. So we have these gingerbread men. Well, this is a little lady. And this is the boy, her little buddy. Right? Are they not so cute? Okay, and these are gingerbread men, and they are by Fiona Dolls. So now the bow is not included in the pattern. I just whipped up some single crochets back and forth until I thought it was big enough and wrapped the yarn around the center, and then, you know, I attached it to her head because she needed a bow. And he's just so cute with his little bow tie. So I definitely think these two will sell very well. I've made them as gifts before and people just love them. My son came in, he is 11 years old, and he came into my room, my studio, and he was like, oh my God, the gingerbread men, I want them. And for an 11-year-old boy to say that, I was like, all right, these are definitely going to sell. I should be pretty good with these guys. So Fiona Dolls, gingerbread men, quick pattern, super easy to follow, easy to make. So good. So good. I love them. I'm gonna have to make myself a set. I already know this because they're just so precious. Okay, so that's those guys, and I think that might be it. Oh no, there's one more. Again, going back to my original roots of 5 years ago, my first patterns that I started to make were when I got into amigurumi, should I say. The first patterns that I started to make were by a creator named Katie Dids. And she made like unicorns, and check her out on Instagram. I don't think she has a YouTube. She had a TikTok. I'm pretty sure she still has it. But I started crocheting her patterns first. They were my first amigurumi that I ever made. And then last year, I think I saw that she came out with a Mr. Misunderstood. And I was like, I have to go back to her and make this. I mean, I have to give a nod to the first person that got me into amigurumi and buy her pattern and make Mr. Misunderstood. So let me grab him. He's behind me. Ta-da! How cute is he? So I have a big Grinch and a little Grinch, and I just love them. I think they're so cute. Now, the yarn that I used for this is Demi Pearl, which is a bigger yarn. And I used the hook that went along with this. I purchased these felt eyes from a collaborator. I don't remember the person's name. I can look it up and attach it because it's from Etsy, and I can link it below. So she was a collaborator with Katie, and she made eyes and a nose to go along with her pattern. But because I used a bigger yarn and a bigger hook, the eyes are smaller than they should be. I don't think it takes away from him. However, I do think if he had bigger eyes, he would be even cuter. But I am happy. And they're felt. I just hot glued them on. I mean, super easy. But aren't they cute? Oh, and look, and a little felt heart. This is Mr. Misunderstood. And I have to say, her patterns, they really are super easy to follow. I know I've said that before, but some patterns aren't that easy. And I do have a couple in this group that I will tell you were not that easy to follow. But I did them. It took extra time to try to read the pattern and figure out each step that I was doing. It just wasn't written out easily to follow, is what I should say. But hers are very easy, beginner friendly, and I mean, look what you get. Look what you get. And now she does the, like before it wasn't, you know, you had to sew everything on, and now she has incorporated the crochet in. So you just crochet it's like a no-sew pattern, which is great. So this is Mr. Misunderstood, and I just love him. He's so big and cute. Let me put him over here. Okay. Then I made, well, I might as well show you the ones that I was just talking about that were a little bit harder to understand. The end result, I love how it turned out, but it took me a really long time to make these patterns because I had to keep looking back and reading twice, and because it was made, the way she writes them is like in a paragraph. Like round 1 is like a paragraph, and round 2 is a paragraph. Now, granted, she puts a lot of detail in there, and it's, you know, I guess it's good for beginners, but for me, at least, I felt that it made me crochet a lot slower because I had to keep rereading what I was doing because I wasn't 100% sure. However, the end result, beautiful. So I made this book cover. Okay, so by the way, they are by Blossom and Yarn. I made some book covers, and I will show you the other, which is some bookmarks. So this is, I have to sew the buttons on, which I was talking about earlier still. So this is the pumpkin book cover, and it's got pumpkins on the front and the back. And you slide, book sleeve, you slide your little book in there, and then you attach this to the button that's not there, but it will be. And so I made this one. And then I took her pattern and made my own kind of like mod to it and made a sunflower one with the sunflowers on both sides. And again, we had to put a little button there. And then I did this one, which took forever. I don't know why, but it did. This Gingerbread Man book cover. I still have to, she uses, I have to put eyes and a smile and some buttons on here, and she uses puffy paint. So these are like all the little loose ends that I still have to do today. So I have to put the buttons on. I need to do the puffy paint on this. But look how cute. I mean, and it's supposed to have 4 gingerbread men like the other ones on both sides, but I was like, I can't go through that again. So I just did plain white and red on the back. So the gingerbread men are on the front. And I really do like how this turned out. I did this in cotton yarn. I'm not sure why. I think because she did it. This one's driving me crazy. It's a little crooked. I do like the cotton yarn. That's another reason why it probably took me longer, because cotton yarn is a little more splitty and it's a little harder on the hands. My hands were cramping at the end of this. So that is probably why. The yarn probably had a lot to do with it as well. But the little gingerbread book sleeve, love it. And then I made her bookmarks, which as soon as I saw these on Instagram, I was like, I have to make them. I'm obsessed. I have to make. Now, when you buy the pattern, so the pattern includes all 4 of these that I'm about to show you. And you can turn them into whatever you want. I mean, it is really worth the price because you can make them into ornaments, bookmarks, keychains, just regular, I say appliques. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Applique that you can put on, sew onto clothes. But I just knew that I wanted to make these as soon as I saw them. And I wanted to make them into bookmarks to go along with my theme. So I have 2 Santas that I made, and I did put felt on the back of them because they felt a little flimsy on their own, and I wanted them to be a little bit more sturdy, so I cut out the shape and then just glued on the felt on the back of them. So these are the snowmen. These are the Santas. She didn't even have snowmen. I don't know why I said that. And then we have a Christmas tree, which again, I have to sew on a star button. I already have it. I have to sew on the star button on the top of the Christmas tree. And we have a gingerbread man. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. I put the felt on him as well. And then last but not least, the reindeer. And I added a little red bell for his nose. And the embroidered eyes. So these did take some time to make. They did. I was kind of annoyed at myself because I spent like almost all day making 5 bookmarks. And I was like, I really should have had more done than 5 bookmarks in a day. So that was a little disappointing, but I am happy with how they turned out. So my bookmarks to go along with my book sleeves. And last but not least, I have, both of these are by the same, my last 2 things to show you are by the same maker. And they are by Knott's Merry Yarn, and the patterns super easy to follow. They turned out beautiful and I'm very happy with them. And they are little wall hangings. So I made this one. This one she actually shows, I kind of followed exactly what she did on her Instagram one because I just loved the colors and I love the way it turned out. So there's this one. And then there's the candy cane one. Right? Is that not cute? And then there is another traditional colored wreath. So cute. I love that one. I love them all. And then the Christmas tree. So I'm pretty happy with those. And then also I made a first. Hold on, I have to grab it. Okay. So, and last but not least, I made Christmas tree ornaments. And this is also by Merry Knott's Yarn. Knott's Merry Yarn. These guys were super quick to whip up. I was so happy. I did them at the end of the night. It was like midnight and I just needed to have a little more production than 5 bookmarks in a day. So I did these and I felt a lot better because these whipped up quick. If I have time today, I might make a couple more, but we'll have to see how the day goes. But I love them. And cute little, super cute, easy. Oh, there we go. Yay. So that is everything that I have made in the past 2 weeks. Oh my God, I'm lying. It's not. Hold on, because I made a lot more. Hello, can we say beanies? I made beanies on my knitting machine. So I made this one And these I'm going to sell for, I think, $25. We got mauve. We have a brown. We have a dusty rose. A baby blue. A navy. Put them down, I'm running out of space. I had made this is a different yarn, but it is the speckled. This is hot pink. I made a fall one. And then these two were already made. I showed these in my last video. So I have to tag those, and I have to put my tag, my logo tag on them. I have to put this guy on them. So I have to tag them and put those on them, and then they will be done. So a lot of loose little odds and ends that I have to do today, and I really hope that I can get through everything. I'm worried. So I really hope I can get everything done, and I am just going to power through and do as much as I can, and I will bring you along with me, and we'll see what we can get done. All right, let's do it. Not exactly my best work, but cute, I guess. The puffy paint was definitely a lot harder to work with. It was more like a paint than a puffy paint. 3D fabric paint. I don't know. I probably should have got the Tulip brand because it's probably better. But I went with the cheaper option. You get what you pay for. So, he's cute though. All right, one down. This has to dry. More buttons. got mostly everything done. Oh my god, look at that pimple. She is shining. Wow. I got mostly everything done. But I still have to do Clyde the snowman and Finley the fox's little satchel, and everything else is pretty much bagged up in a bunch of different bags. This room is literally a mess right now. Like, it looks like a tornado came in, and it's a disaster, but that's for another day. I don't care. I still have to go, I don't know if I said this already, I still have to go to the storage unit and pull my stuff out from there, load up the truck, and then I want to come back and make Clyde and Finley's bag. Also, today is Halloween, so my kids are gonna go trick-or-treating. I have, you know, that to deal with, getting them ready. I think that's it for right now. I will bring you along with me. Oh, if I have time, is a big if. I have acrylic bookmarks and keychains that I purchased. They're like the UV DTF decals, and I really have been wanting to sell them. And look at how cute. Like, so that would be a bookmark. Look at that one. So I've never made these before. I have no idea how to get them on. I'm hoping that it's not that big of a deal and that it doesn't take long, because I really would like to make a few of these. I mean, the gingerbread men. Ah. They're super cute. Oh, look at this one. So I have Christmas and Halloween, and then I also had to get lemons, because I love lemons. Lavender. These are more spring. Strawberry matcha. They're more spring. I do have a bunch of cute Halloween ones too. But Halloween's today, and tomorrow is my fair. So I think the Halloween ones I'll have to save for next year. But I might have some fall ones, like, that are just like fall. Let me see. Nope, ghost. I like ghost. Skeleton, ghost, pumpkins. I don't know. Would you sell Halloween after the fact? I don't think. Oh, well, this one I could probably do. This is fall. Look, isn't that cute? The pumpkins and the frogs and the mushrooms. So I'll do that one. But all the other ones are definitely like skeletons. I had a fair planned for before Halloween, which is why I bought these and why I made all my Halloween stuff. But I ended up having to cancel that for my grandmom's 90th birthday party. I mean, you only turn 90 once, right? So I had to go to that. So all of my cute Halloween stuff, I don't know if it's gonna sell. But I'm not even gonna bother making those ones. But I will do the Christmas ones if I have time. Hopefully I will, because I would really like to do these. Hopefully they're not too hard to do. So that's it for right now. I'll take you to the storage unit with me. Big fun. And I'll bring my husband along, because he's gonna need to help me load the truck, because those tables are pretty heavy. and so is that tent, like the weights for the tent. So I'm going to need his help. He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be helping. So yeah, I'm going to leave you here and we'll pick up in a little bit. All right, bye.
going on there?
What?
Huh?
What?
Where'd that come from?
Why?
Come on now.
You don't like it?
I noticed you don't like it.
My husband doesn't like it.
Aren't you just going to play music and speed through this part? You better.
I'm not. I'm going to cut this chunk right out.
Why?
So everybody can see you judging my clothes.
I didn't judge. I just asked a question.
He's judging.
Oh,
He's judging my clothes. How does this look?
Just ask the question.
I mean, isn't it cute? I thought it was cute. It's freezing out.
I think it's adorable.
Yeah, too late. Okay, so I am back home, snuggled up with my doggies and my hubby. Look at that face. Look at that face. She's snoring. She's always snoring. And I'm starting Clyde. So I'm gonna work on Clyde, finish watching the show with my husband. We are watching The Challenge. It is our guilty pleasure, and I'm gonna work on Clyde while I do that, and then I'll get back to you when he's finished. Okay, I am back in my craft room, and it is like 11:30 at night, and I just wanted to come on and show you what I finished. And I have to say, I reached all my goals and I am so happy. So first we have Clyde, and he is finished, and I forgot to add to Clara, but I did add the cinnamon sticks for her hands. So that is Clyde, and he is adorable. And then I finished the little satchel for Finley the fox, and I really do think that this just brings it all together, and I'm really glad I took the time out to make the satchel, because is he not the sweetest little fox? I mean, he's so cute. I just love him. He's adorable. And then I actually was able to do some of these acrylic bookmarks, and I'm happy that I got these done. with all their little bows. And I'm hoping that they'll sell. I think they're really nice. They're good quality. They're cute designs. And I hope people will like them. They seem to be pretty popular. So I know it's not crochet, but it is a craft. And I love to read. And so I have the little reading section. And I thought that these would be really cute to add in there. And then I also did, while I was at it, I only did 4, but I did some keychains. So these ones, I did a silver and a gold. It's the same sticker in a silver and a gold. And then the little whimsical frog and pumpkin and mushroom in a silver and a gold. So we'll see how these sell. So I do have a couple, you know, little random things. Like I only have 4 ornaments and I only have 4 keychains. But I don't know. I feel like it's better to have a selection, a good selection of things, than to just have maybe, you know, less items. I don't know what I'm saying. It is almost midnight and I'm exhausted. But anyway, I don't mind just having a couple of a certain thing. We'll see how it does. And if it sells good, then I'll know to make more for the next time. So if you stuck with me through this time, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for coming along with me. Tomorrow is the craft fair, so I will be recording that and I will take you along with me and we will find out how it goes, how much I sell. I am a little nervous because it is an outdoor one and it was really cold tonight when I went to, and I went at like 5 when I went to the storage unit. It was windy and it was really cold. So I am a little nervous that I'm not going to be so cozy at the Cozy Fest. I think I'm going to be freezing because I'm always cold to begin with. So I'm just going to layer up and hope that it's not too windy because the wind is what really makes it feel super cold out. So we'll see how that goes, and fingers crossed that my tent doesn't blow away because I do have sandbags for it, but with the wind that there was today, I don't think those sandbags would be enough. But we will see. And I just want to say thank you so much. I hit 200 subscribers, which is amazing to me. And when I get to 500 subscribers, I am going to do a giveaway. So keep liking and subscribing and commenting, and let's keep the ball rolling. I really appreciate all of your views and your likes and your comments. It means the world to me. So thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. As always, stay cozy.